Former Blackhawk Chris Chelios came by our studios this week, chatted with Evan Fitzgerald about his new book, Made in America.
It never even occurred to me to even think about writing a book. But then I thought, I only had 100 people up there in Toronto. That's all the tickets I could get for the Hall of Fame. And there was really, actually, I just wanted to thank a lot of people that, from teachers and guys I played with and coaches and teammates. I just wanted to thank them and acknowledge them in the book. And then also kind of send a message, or at least explain about the trade from Chicago to Detroit.
What is the message that you wanted people to know about that? Obviously, back here in Chicago, people still talk about it.
Yeah, just basically that it was no one's fault. It was just time. And, whether it was my decision or the organization's decision, meaning the Blackhawks, there's signs. And, once I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of my teammates. I didn't want it to get to that. And for the most part, I think I got out at the right time.
You get to see your sons now play, and Jake obviously playing for the Chicago Wolves, and you're making the drive up here to do that as well.
Yeah. No, it's been great, and everybody asked me how the transition was, life after hockey, and I've never left. I took the job with the Red Wings initially to get into player development, and then now I live vicariously through my sons and daughters and their sporting events.
Does Coach Chelios come out after games?
Well, thank God my dad's still around. He's pretty hard. He's harder on my kids than I am, that's for sure, and he was hard on me, and I guess in a way it paid off, but I try not to get too excited about it. I think I've learned to take a step back like most parents should. For the most part, like I said, my sons, they've handled it great from youth hockey up till this point, and I can't expect much more from them as far as the way they've appreciate and respect everybody.
With all the hockey that you're watching with your kids, do you have a chance to watch the Blackhawks here and there? Every
time I'm in town, I try to make the games. Unfortunately, because of their schedule, I don't catch a lot of NHL games, including Detroit. But anytime I get a chance to watch the Hawks, they're an exciting team. It's great to see the buzz that's going on at the United Center around the city.
Not only is Chelly a Hall of Famer, this guy's one of the best defensemen to ever play the game, isn't he?
Yeah, no, there's no question about it. I mean, if he had been 6'5", he'd probably be talked about as not just the best defenseman of all time, but maybe one of the top 3 players in the history of the game. He was an incredible combination of great puck movement. He was great on the power play, very heavy shot. He was great defensively, but he was so mean. I mean, he was Chris Pronger, but he was only 5'11", and he still pounded everyone when he got the chance. One of the meanest players I've ever seen. And if he's on your team, you love that. He was
I loved his toughness.
He was incredibly intimidating, and he was 5'11".
Tough Greek. I like that.